On this episode of The Insider, we're going to show you how you can regrip your boards. The grip tape on your boards will wear down over time, and it's always a good idea to replace it. Here's a couple of samples that we've found from a local skate shop and online that you can use on your boards. The carbon is a little bit different to the bamboo, so we're going to show that separately. Let's get started. What you will need: a drill, grease remover, a Y tool, a scraper, a utility knife, a spanner of any size, a straight pick, a small file, 240 grit sandpaper, microfiber cloths, and for the carbon you will need a ruler, a marker pen, and some industrial scissors, and of course the grip tape you want to apply. Let's start off with the bamboo board. Begin disassembling the board by removing all of the electronics and the hardware. Once you have the deck separated, remove the old grip. If it is stuck, use the knife to lift an edge. The next step is to remove the old spray-on grip by thoroughly sanding down the board to ensure it will have a smooth surface. If there are any stubborn spots, use the grease remover to soften them and use the scraper to remove it. Continue until the board is completely smooth and then clean up the mess. Now it is time to apply the new grip. Carefully line up both ends and press down the center of the grip tape into the board. Work from the center out towards the edges with pressure, ensuring there are no air bubbles forming. You can use the sheet the grip tape came off to make it easier to work the grip tape into position. Now it's time to cut. First, slice the corners of the grip so you can properly fold the grip around the board. Using the spanner, score all of the edges of the tape. This is going to make cutting the edges much easier. When done, use your knife to slice through these scores while keeping it pressed against the edge of the deck for a close cut. Use a bit of the discarded grip to sand down the edges of the board to prevent the tape lifting in the future. Using your pick, poke through the screw holes from the underside of the deck. Once they're all done, use the file from the top side to widen the same holes. The swap is now complete, and all that is left is to reassemble your board and go for a shred. The carbon is a little bit trickier. Again, remove the trucks and the base plates from the board so you're left with the deck. Remove all of the grip tape. We find pulling it up rather than backwards leaves less residue on the board. Use the grease remover and cloth to wipe down and clean the deck until it's perfectly bare. You want to make sure your grip has been cut to the correct width and length you want to use before going any further. Remove the battery cover and carefully align it in the center of the grip tape underside. Use your marker to trace an outline around it. Begin the cut with your knife and then slowly and precisely use your scissors to cut out the rest of the shape. Apply this piece to the top cover, pressing it down into position. Cut any overhanging edges off and sand down the edges. In the same way as the bamboo board, use the pick and file to create holes for the deck screws. Lay both pieces of grip in the correct positions to ensure the direction and alignment is what you want before moving on to installing the outer grip. Start at one end of the board and focus on lining it up with around the battery cavity. Once secured, move down the board, laying one side at a time, and the other should fall into place. Slice the inside corners of the overhanging grip so you are able to score the parts of the grip that need to be trimmed. Take special care when cutting these off so you don't scratch the deck and also get a smooth and even cut. When complete, install the top cover and the board is ready to be assembled again. So there we have it, a quick guide on how to regrip your carbon GTR and your bamboo GTR. Let's have a bit of a look at some customers' rides and see if you can get some ideas on what to do for your own.